There's a problem no one in the world is talking about at the moment. Victims that are being silenced and are too afraid to come forward. I believe by me coming forward and shedding light on this problem, it'll be the first domino to fall, causing the domino effect of dominoes falling because the first domino fell. Similar to how the sexual assault victims are coming forward in Hollywood to reveal what's going on over there, which is absolutely great, and I feel like this is on that same level of importance. And yes, I am comparing the inconvenience of the front row movie theater seats to being sexually assaulted. Those fucking front row seats sexually assault my fucking neck. My entire being gets raped every time I sit in the fucking front row of a movie theater because I arrived late and that's the only thing fucking left. The front row of a movie theater is the most poorly designed part of any building that has ever existed throughout all of history of time. I don't understand what the thought process was when putting that fucking front row in the movie theaters. It must have just been a joke that caught on because it's been standardized. Every single movie theater has its front row about one butterfly penis away from the screen, so you're looking up at it at a 90-degree angle. It's like simulating what a floor mat sees every fucking day. And you pay the same price for those seats as every other seat in the theater, which is significantly better. Every seat that's not in the front row is a much better seat. What they should do is make the front row cheaper or move it back. Either one makes sense. Either one makes a load of sense. Because the front row, as it is in these days, is genuinely awful and ruins the movie-going experience. I saw 2 movies in the front row in the last month because I arrived late, unfortunately. One of them had a reclining seat, the other did not. The one that did not was an absolute fucking torture device. That was a chore to get through. It was like being waterboarded by a mediocre movie on the screen. It was just so bad. It was such an unpleasant experience. The one I saw last night, which was Jumanji, and it had a reclining seat in the front row, was a little bit better because I was at least pretty much laying down looking up at it, but that distorted the entire fucking movie for me. Every person's face looked like they were melting. And every time there was a nighttime scene, I couldn't see what was going on. It was like closing my eyes. It was like a sensory deprivation tank at that point, except there was a lot of fucking sound, but I couldn't see at all what was going on at the screen at that angle. Go ahead and do this little experiment right now. Get on the floor, tilt your computer screen, your computer monitor up, and then see if you can make out what's going on the screen. You fucking can't. It's impossible. I don't understand why the front row is as it is these days. I don't know who did it, and I don't like them for it. I'm a firm believer in not judging a book by its cover, but if the book cover says I designed the front row movie theater seats, I'm gonna think that guy's a fucking asshole and I'm gonna hate him. It is just a genuinely unpleasant experience sitting in the front row. It's like one of the plagues of Egypt, being condemned to sitting in the front row for every movie you want to see for the rest of eternity. It is an absolute miserable experience in the front row of a movie theater. It makes you want to leave. Even if the movie's great, you're not enjoying it because you're battling with your fucking muscles tensing up from staring straight up into the sky, and then your eyes start hurting and feel like they're going to burst out of your skull because you're adjusting them so frequently to make out what shapes are on the screen, and you're squinting the whole time like you're looking up at the fucking sun. There is nothing redeeming about sitting in the front row. From now on, if all that's left is the front row, I'm just not going to see the movie that day. And I think that's probably what a lot of people do because I know no one likes the front row. I just can't imagine a community of people gathering together as front row movie theater seat enthusiasts. If there is a group of people like that, they must be the most masochistic fucks out there. Oh yes, I just love the front row of movie theaters. I can't get enough of it. Big fan. I also really enjoy my nipples being clamped on by crocodile teeth, and I love sleeping on a bed of used heroin needles. It's just dumb. The front row is fucking dumb, and I can't imagine anyone liking it. I really can't. There's nothing redeeming about it. You actually can't make out what's going on in the movie clearly. It ruins movies. It does. It absolutely does. Now, I've only ever been to like the big chain movie theaters. I haven't been to any mom and pop dine-ins where they give you like a hand job during the movie or anything like that, so I can only speak from experience with the front row and the mainstream ones, and they're all the same. They're all way too fucking close to the screen. I'm assuming there's probably some local theaters that have, come to terms with, no one's going to like this. Let's use some reasoning here. Let's move our front row back quite a bit so it doesn't ruin people's movie watching experience. But for now, all I'm familiar with is the mainstream theaters and their front rows abysmal and needs to be changed. Absolutely has to. If you're watching this mainstream movie theaters, change your fucking front row. Please. Hashtag front row, fuck no. Just a horrible experience. Fuck the front row. Just wanted to get this all out there. That's it. See ya.